What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Arsenal Career Mode here onto FIFA 23, still in our first season, of course, with Arsenal. Now, I would love to push the series out quicker and make it so it's more regular, but again, for me personally, it's hard balancing my work life and college life with YouTube as well. So I hope you guys really do understand, and to be honest with you, again, I'm still pushing the episodes out, I'm trying my best, and I'm still delivering some good content. So I hope you guys are enjoying it, but as you would know, we are coming to the end point now within our first season at the Emirates here with this Arsenal team. Yet we are coming to the end point. Our first game here against West Ham United, taking them on here back at the Emirates. Now, of course, in the last episode, you would have seen our 7-goal madness against the Seagulls. And then, of course, the Europa League last 8 against Lazio as well. So, going into this one, full of confidence with this Arsenal team. We can still win the league this opening season. I don't know how we've done it, and I don't know why we're in the running for the Premier League title, but at the end of the day, we are, and we have the opportunity to bring the Premier League title back to the Emirates. So, as you would see in this one against West Ham, not the best of games, and it wasn't in terms of there was no pressure, there was no intensity from both teams. It was more of the fact that there was no real lack. There was a lack of shots, I'll say that, and there was a lack of goal threat as well. There was no consistency in front of goal. There was no sort of, if you have a shot right, we'll have it on target. There was none of that. It was all off target. The shots that were saved were poor shots, and it was just a shooting disaster class, a goal scoring disaster class, if you'd like. So a 0-0 draw there again against West Ham United. Drop points in the Premier League, which now means Chelsea have now closed the gap on us. Chelsea are now above us. And if you're looking at it in the way I'm looking at it in manager terms, you just can't drop any more points. So it was time to break away from the Premier League for a game and a bit. It was time for the Europa League last 8. Second leg against Lazio. The second leg, of course, being played at the Emirates. Returning back here for a European night. We do lead 2-0 on aggregate to begin the game at the Emirates. And right from the early kickoff, we were pushing strong. We were looking strong. And I was hoping to correct my mistakes from the West Ham game and actually get a shot on target and score from that as well. So you would see I did rotate a bit for this game, and you would see here that a lucky, fortunate goal here from Thomas Partey. Shoots, comes off the defender and rolls into the back of the net. Goalkeeper no chance, not quick enough for that interception and block that then ended up in the back of the net. So leading 1-0 and 3-1 on aggregate. You'd see Ollie Watkins having another chance there, but pulling it wide of the post. Now, Ollie Watkins is a really difficult one. We're in a difficult situation with Ollie Watkins. Now, we all know at the start of next season, new signings are going to be made, new faces are coming to the Emirates. You guys don't know who those new faces are, but I can tell you now we are having a very big clear out here at the Emirates. Now, the reason we brought Ollie Watkins in was originally for the fact that Eddie Nketiah had a 7-month injury. He's out for the rest of the season, and he will miss the first part of next season as well. So, again, we are going to have to invest in a new backup to Gabriel Jesus. We're not selling Gabriel Jesus. He's been phenomenal. He's the top goal scorer in the Premier League, and he's provided us with lots of goals this opening season in all competitions. So, with Ollie Watkins, he's barely played. He's just come in as backup. The games that he has played, he's done wonders for us. And just to be honest with you, I've got to say, he's not really the type of striker I would like to keep here long term at the Emirates. I've got to say, he's not that long-term striker. So that option to buy that we set with Aston Villa, with Steven Gerrard's men, when Steven Gerrard was still in charge, that will be declined. We won't pay the £24 million, and therefore Ollie Watkins will return back to Aston Villa next season. So another win there in the Europa League, keeping our form up in Europe this season. 3-1 victory, and that means a 5-2 victory over 2 legs against Lazio. And you would see that in the last 4 of the Europa League, it's an all-English affair. How many times are we going to face Man United this season? We faced them twice already in the league, and I've got to say, I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be European nights across England. It's going to be Man United taking on Arsenal in the last 4 of the Europa League. Now, that's a very big game, because you guys might not know this because of the amount of times I show you the Premier League table. And I will just let you know that the Premier League table has changed a lot in this save in the first season so far. So Man United, they're currently not sitting in the top 4, which tells me that they need to win the Europa League to get Champions League football, or any hope of getting Champions League football next season. So for Man United, that's a bigger game than it is for us. For us, we're just trying to win a trophy and bag another one this season. For Man United, it's about getting into the Champions League once again. I'm sure Ronaldo, Anthony, Casemiro, they're not going to be wanting to play Europa League football next season. So again, they should be used to it by now, Man United. They found their level personally, and I've got to say, it's going to take a lot for them to get back to that top level in the Champions League. So, taking on our penultimate game of today's episode, it would be Nottingham Forest at home at the Emirates. Now, of course, if you watch football in real life, you would have seen that Nottingham Forest have taken on Arsenal recently at the Emirates. They got battered 5-0. But this game was a much tighter affair. Now, Nottingham Forest, they were being proven to be hard to break down at the back, especially their defence. We were leading 2-0, and then as you would see, with 15 minutes to go, it would be Freuler that would go ahead and get a consolation goal or a goal to get them back into the game. But again, I just said to the boys on the touchline, keep the ball, have a couple of shots, put tackles in, don't let Forest get to your defence, because if they do, we know how shaky the defence has been this season, and I don't want to let slip any more silly goals. So another win, back to winning ways in the Premier League after a 0-0 draw with West Ham earlier on in the episode. So back to winning ways, 3 points claimed, and it's shaping up to be a very intense end to season number 1. But guys, we're almost there. We've almost finished the first season. We've got Chelsea coming up next in a game that should decide the league title. But guys, if you do enjoy today's episode, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's free, so why wouldn't you? But guys, stay safe, have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye for now.